and a super warm welcome. Today, we are going to pull back the curtain and uncover some really simple secrets to creating a garden that doesn't just, grow, but one that absolutely thrives. So, where do we even begin? It's the first question so many of us ask ourselves, right? We see these gorgeous, lush gardens and we can't help but think, man, could I actually do that? Do I have that special magic touch? It's a doubt that honestly stops a ton of would-be gardeners before they even plant a single seed. Well, let me just give you the good news right now. That green thumb, it's not some mystical power you're born with, not at all. It's something you grow right alongside your plants, I promise. So in this explainer, we're going to unlock 4 huge, foundational secrets that we've gathered from expert gardeners. These are going to completely demystify the whole process and really set you up for success right from day one. Okay, so our first secret is easily the most important one, because everything, and I mean everything, starts from the ground up. You see, healthy plants don't just happen by accident. They come from healthy, living soil. So what even is healthy soil? Well, I want you to think of it less like plain old dirt and more like this thriving, bustling metropolis right under your feet. It's packed with billions of microorganisms, fungi, and earthworms, all working together 24/7. They're building the structure, delivering the nutrients, and protecting your plants. It's a whole living ecosystem down there. So, how do we protect that amazing soil city? For decades, everyone thought you had to constantly till and dig. But if you look on the left, we now know that process actually wrecks the very ecosystem you're trying to build. So experts now champion the no-dig method, which you see on the right. You just layer compost on top, and that feeds all those tiny helpers and lets nature do the heavy lifting. It creates a much, much healthier home for your plants. And that brings us to the single most valuable thing you can ever add to your garden: compost. Seriously, experts literally call it the gold of the garden. Think of it like a powerhouse superfood smoothie. It feeds your soil, and then your soil turns around and feeds your plants. It's the secret ingredient for creating that rich, living foundation we've been talking about. All right, now that your super soil is ready to go, we can move on to our second secret: choosing your plants. And the key here is to be smart about it and not get totally overwhelmed. This is such a classic beginner mistake, planting way too much, way too soon. A huge garden can go from a fun hobby to a stressful chore so fast. So the #1 rule here is to start small. A single raised bed or even a little 10 by 10 foot plot is more than enough. Having success in a small space is what builds the confidence to go bigger later on. So what should you actually plant? Start with the easy wins. This table is basically your cheat sheet for the most reliable, productive veggies for beginners. Things like radishes and lettuce, they give you a super quick harvest, which is so motivating. And for tomatoes and peppers, just grab some small plants from the garden center. It saves you all the trouble of fussing over tiny, delicate seedlings. And here's a real pro tip. Whatever you do, don't plant a giant block of just one vegetable. That's called a monoculture, and it's basically like putting up a giant neon sign that says, "Hey pests, free buffet over here." By mixing different plants together, veggies, herbs, flowers, you create this diverse little neighborhood that confuses pests and actually attracts helpful insects to protect your garden for you. Okay, you've got your soil, you've got your plants. Secret #3 is all about the simple, smart habits of day-to-day care that keep your garden happy without, taking over your entire life. One of the biggest questions is always, when do I water? Forget complicated schedules. Just use your finger. Gently push it into the soil, maybe an inch deep. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it feels damp, you can wait. It is that simple. And always, always aim for the base of the plant. You want to get water right to the roots and help prevent diseases on the leaves. Hey, remember that no-dig method? Well, mulch is a huge part of that. A layer of straw or crushed leaves or wood chips, it acts like a cozy blanket for your soil. It blocks the sunlight so weeds can't sprout, and it dramatically slows down evaporation, which means you'll have to water way less often. It's a total game changer. Now, even with that awesome mulch, a few weeds are going to pop up. The secret is to never let it become a big job. Just adopt this one simple rule. If you're out in the garden and you spot a weed, pull it out right then and there. It takes like 2 seconds. If you make that a habit, you will never have to face a garden bed that's been completely overrun. Okay, our final secret. This one isn't so much about what you do, but more about how you think. A really successful gardener is a curious observer who gets that the garden itself is the absolute best teacher. This is so, so important to hear. Things are going to go wrong. A plant will die. Pests will show up. A crop might just not produce. It happens to every single gardener out there, no matter how experienced they are. So don't see it as a failure. See it as a lesson. Ask yourself, okay, what did I learn from that? What can I try differently next time? And you know what? Sometimes the absolute best lessons come from breaking the so-called rules. Let me show you a fantastic real-world example of this. This slide shows it perfectly. So the rule says you should always pinch off basil flowers to get more leaves. But look what happens when you let it go. First, you let the basil flower, or bolt. Then, as you can see, this attracts a whole party of happy bees. Those bees then hop over and pollinate your nearby pepper plants, which leads to the final amazing result, a 30% bigger pepper harvest. It just goes to show you how a little observation and experimentation can lead to a huge win. So after all that, what have we learned? That a green thumb isn't some kind of magic. Nope. It's just built on a few simple but really powerful rules. These are your golden rules. Number 1, feed your soil. Remember that thriving underground city? It's your foundation. 2, start small with easy wins. Build that confidence and keep it fun. 3, be a smart guardian. Build those simple, consistent habits for watering and weeding so it never feels like a chore. 4, be an observer. Learn from everything that happens, good or bad. And finally, the most important rule of all, have fun. The real goal here is to enjoy the process and the amazing foods you're about to grow. You know, the journey from a patch of dirt to a plate full of food that you grew yourself is one of the most rewarding things you can possibly do. So now that you have the secrets, what incredible things are you going to decide to grow first?